Do you know where that was? Do you know where that little outburst was? That was on a Greyhound bus. That's right. I went to St. Louis last weekend for the St. Louis road meet. And that little clip that you just saw, that was on the bus. That was right after I got on the bus in Cincinnati on the way to St. Louis. Because just because it was just so cool to do that. That's right. I went to St. Louis for the St. Louis the national road meet in St. Louis on Saturday. But that clip was on the way there though. Now on the way back, actually, the entire event was almost ruined because on the way back, Greyhound was 6 hours late getting me home. That's right, they were. Greyhound was 6 hours and 4 minutes late getting me to Cincinnati on the way home. But luckily that was on the way home instead of on the way there. I think on the way there I was only about a half hour late. Also because of Greyhound. But anyway, that was the St. Louis road meet. And guess what happened during the road meet? There were count them four, bunker blasts during the road meet. There really were. And two of them, there were two SBDs during lunch. That's right. Somebody ripped some SBDs during lunch. And the first one, I noticed it, and the first one was powerful. Because we were in the restaurant eating lunch, and it was so powerful, it knocked me right out of my seat when I detected it. Somebody ripped an SBD. And I noticed it, but nobody else seemed to notice it. But it was powerful. And then later on at lunch, somebody else reported that they also detected an SBD bunker blast. But I didn't even notice that. And then later on in the day, there were some LAP bunker blasts. That's right, there were. And also, there even on the way there at the Indianapolis bus station, somebody ripped an SBD bunker blast. And they were all funny. All of these bunker blasts were funny. That's one thing they all had in common. So we went to St. Louis. And what other important things did we see there? See right there. This is a map of St. Louis. And this is where we were mostly. We got off, and I got off the Greyhound bus. I walked around downtown a little bit, and then we went out here, out to Collinsville, because a bunch of people had a motel in Collinsville, Illinois. We went back to St. Louis, downtown. We went up this way in Illinois, up to the Chain of Rocks Bridge. That's right, we got to see the Chain of Rocks Bridge. And then we went up to Alton and up into Illinois. But the trip home was almost... The trip home was pretty much rimming by Greyhound's slothfulness. But, and I would have been 9 hours late in getting home, except they rerouted us to Dayton, and I called somebody in Cincinnati to pick me up from Dayton. Because otherwise, I would have been at least 9 hours late getting home, because who knows, maybe the bus to Cincinnati from Dayton never would have showed up. But here's some of the other interesting things we did in St. Louis. This picture right here, this is a photograph of somebody had discarded part of a hamburger and a Band-Aid in the parking lot at the Chain of Rocks Bridge. They did. This is a discard. It wasn't anybody in our group. It wasn't anybody in the St. Louis Road Meet group. But they discarded a chewed up hamburger and a Band-Aid in the parking lot at the Chain of Rocks Bridge. So, So that's the story of the St. Louis road meet. So let's see what else we did. In St. Louis, we saw the new Interstate 70 bridge. We saw the St. Louis riverfront, Brooklyn, Illinois, and Venice, Illinois. That was like one of the big highlights, was Venice, Illinois. I think that's what the town was called. Yeah, I think it was Venice, Illinois. But and right before we went home, we even saw well, let's see. I got to see the McKinley Bridge, like the approach for the McKinley Bridge, and then later we saw the double decker portion of Interstate 64. That's right. All that in the St. Louis area. So let's see. We went up through Brooklyn, Illinois, and Venice, Illinois. Then we went up north of St. Louis in Illinois, up into Greene County. Long County. Remember that? Long County. But so we didn't really do much Missouri stuff except within the city itself. Because we were going to go out to like way out towards like St. Charles, but we didn't do that. So that's we had lunch and dinner, and it was so cool. So this is and I also got to see like the Interstate 755 stub. And they actually, for a long time ago, like back in the 70s, they planned to build an Interstate 755 in St. Louis, but they never built it. But I saw like some of the ramps that were supposed to be a part of Interstate 755. They were cool. So that's the story of the St. Louis road meet in 2014.